You can't actually drift through life hoping things will fall into the place, but you can take control and build the life you actually want. I remember when I had this burning desire to change my life. I didn't have any direction I wanted to go. I just knew that I had to change my life. I wasn't comfortable feeling or being where I am. I wasn't comfortable at all. I just knew that I was meant for more. I need to make some certain changes. I was tired of the environment. I was tired of the places. So I was like, I really need to get something done. I really need to change my life. I want my life to change. I was waking up every day feeling anxious. I was stuck. I was always overthinking. I really need to get everything done. I knew I wanted more, but I didn't know how to start. And in the middle of all of that, I kept telling myself, maybe things will work out on their own. Maybe if I pray more, God will make certain things possible. A helper, somebody will come all the way and just help me do it. But it never happened. Each month will pass, and I knew that I wanted more. I wasn't comfortable where I am. I believe that there is more into this life than what I'm actually seeing. I really need to experience a lot of things. I don't want my life to be black and white. I want it to be colorful. But I just keep waking up to the same reality every day. It's actually made me wonder how many people are actually living this circle of life. How many people are actually living this particular life where they just wake up every morning, they go to their 9 to 5, they come back in the evening, prepare dinner, sleep and wake up every day. I don't want that for myself. I want something more. I want to experience a lot of things. I believe that those other people out there that are experiencing life the way they actually want, they did something to get it, and it's not impossible to actually be where they are, even though at this point in life that there's no limit to what I can achieve unless I limit myself with my mind, with my thoughts. I wake up every day with that dream, but I don't have any real step. I want success, but it's feeling like they are just in my thoughts, they're in my head. That everything I actually wanted was just up in my head, and it was impossible to reach. Like the place I really enjoy most of the time was just like in my imagination, where I would just sit and I would start thinking that I can get this, I can get that, but I want more. I don't want to just sit down and imagine them all. I don't want to sit down and keep thinking about it or keep feeling about it up in my head. I want to experience it. So what did I do? How many of us are actually thinking or waiting for things we haven't planned for? All we have in our imagination, we just really want it to happen, but we don't have any direct step, any plan on how it's going to happen, how we are going to make it happen ourselves. The truth is, wishing for a better life without a plan is like running a race without a finish line, or running a race without your shoes on. You don't have any direction where you're going. Some people are moving forward, some people are just like walking, some are crawling, some are just going backwards. You really have to have a plan on where you want to go, how you want to go there. You keep moving, but you're not going anywhere. You get exhausted, you are bitter, and before long, you start telling yourself, maybe it wasn't meant for me, but the truth is, it's actually meant for you. Everything you have up in your imagination, everything you thought about that is going to happen for you is really meant for you. There's a reason why those things are up in your head. There's a reason why you are thinking of those things, you are feeling it, you are longing for those things, and what you are supposed to do, you just haven't been doing them, or you have been doing them but you haven't been doing them correctly. So there is this way or this method I always do. I When I first started, actually, I find what is my end goal, where did I want to be. Although this life, you don't have to actually have a perfect end, because you keep moving forward. When you get to that particular place, you won't just stop in that particular place. You will have another end goal. But for the meantime, when I first started, I was like, what is my end goal? What is that particular thing I am actually, what I actually want in this life? So from that end goal, let's say I want to become a musician. I see myself singing and in the crowd, and what I'm going to actually do is that I will picture that place, the musician aspect, and then I will trace myself backwards to where I actually am. Write down the steps that will get me to that particular end goal. That is what I did. That is how I structured the plan. I refuse to be the girl who will look back after 5 years of having this imagination, having this thought, and say, I could have done more, I could have started, but I didn't have a plan when I was thinking this, and I don't want to regret any of it. Now that I have this feeling, I have this urge, I have this mindset that I can be this person even though I don't have this plan. I don't want to grow up. I don't want years to pass by and feel like I should have done something about it and I will regret and then I will follow this 9 to 5 people, wake up every day, go to your 9 to 5, come back to pleasant sleep, go back, wake up the next day and then go back to your 9 to 5. I didn't want that. I didn't want to regret it. That is not the life I pictured, that is not the life I actually wanted. So I refuse to keep hoping and imagining things up in my head. What I actually did was like I have to start something. It took me few weeks or few months of all those imagination and wishing, but I knew that I can't just sit back and pray. I can't just sit back and just wish or imagine things and then they will just fall into place based on the imagination, because life actually benefit or bless those who takes action than those who sit back and wish for things to happen the way they want, or wait for somebody that will bless them, or just a destiny helper in quotes. Even when I didn't have it figured out, I sat down, I wrote out the things I wanted. I wrote out everything from one, two, three. I listed all of them down. I wrote out what exactly do I want, what, because other people have their opinion of what they want from me. Like my parents usually they have their own desire they want. I knew that, but I pushed it aside and I asked myself, is this what I want? Is this what I really want to do in life? Planning doesn't actually guarantee the success, but I assure you that not planning guarantees the failure. Success honors those who are prepared, and success move forward the person who is ready. If you want to be successful and you sit down, you don't have a plan or a direction, you just know that this is the end goal you want and you just want it. You don't have any direction, you don't have any plans of, okay, how am I going to achieve this, what am I going to put up, what am I going to acquire. You just want to be the same person and have different things you have up in your imagination. I don't think it's actually going to be possible. No matter how you sit down to imagine, no matter how you sit down to pray about something, you have to put in the action in that particular thing. I'm not going to tell you to follow some 12 steps formula on how to acquire your goal, or 7 steps to acquire your goal. Everybody is built differently. Everybody have different things they're doing every day. So I'm not going to list out things you should do to for you to be successful. You should figure that out yourself. But I'm here to tell you the truth. You need a plan that fits you. You need a plan that will lead you to where you want to be. You need a plan that will be beneficial to you. A plan that will turn your energy into execution, because without it, life will hand you leftovers and would expect you to smile. You are supposed to have your own plan. All this while you have been busy doing some certain things, and there's nothing you can show forth from all those times you have passed by claiming you are being busy. I think you're actually making a movement, and the movement isn't guaranteed or bringing you to the place you actually want to be. You should know that activities without any direction is just a noise, it's just a waste of time, a waste of resources, because there's no plan, there's no direction of what you're actually using those resources to do. Those resources might not actually be for what you need to acquire or get the goal you desire. What you need is clarity. Clarity on where you are going, clarity on what you want, clarity on who you are becoming. From that clarity, you build a strategy. That's the plan. Once you have this clear goal, this clear plan, that's your map from now to the next. From wishing of the life you want, from wishing that this is the life you want, you are now working towards it because you have the plan to do so. So you can just pause this video, watch this video to the end, and then after this video, you don't need to watch any other video on how to be successful. You have to go plan life yourself. You have to go put in the plan, put the plan, write it on the book, or put it any doc, anything. Just think about it. All this your imagination, where you want to be, your end goal. You want to travel to this country. That's your end goal. You can, from the end goal, find your way to the direction you are now. Because you now have a plan, you will be from a confused person to being in control of your life. You no longer feel that you are being tied somewhere, even with your wish or your dream down. You will know that you now have a plan and you will work towards it. There was a time I was avoiding planning because deep down I was actually scared that what if I wrote the plan and everything fails? Everything will be for waste. The drive, the feeling I actually have before writing that plan will feel empty and void. I was really scared about writing any plans. But what I didn't actually realize that not planning was already making me feeling quietly even before I would notice, because I didn't have a plan, so I didn't. There's this common saying in Nigeria that if you don't plan, you plan to fail. And this actually back up everything I've been saying here. You want to acquire success, you can't just sit back and be imagining things and be wishing for things or thinking that they'll just fall in your laps. You actually have to plan them all out. I was playing small. I was hiding under the blanket of I'm figuring it out. I was hiding under the blanket of am I really sure this is what I wanted? But I wasn't figuring anything out. I was actually just floating in my imagination, floating in my thoughts. And life doesn't reward floaters. Life rewards those who show up prepared. So here is what I actually want you to do. I want you to stop living your life to chances. I want you to stop living your life to the imagination in your head. I want you to stop living your life to the thoughts you have. I want you to pause this video, grab a pen and a paper and ask yourself, where am I going? Who do I want to be? What will it take me to get there? Write it all, break them down, map it out, because you can't succeed in this life without a plan. You don't need to have a perfect plan. You just need to be intentional. You need to know what you want to get and where you want to be. You give yourself a time frame. You don't need to watch 10 videos of how to be successful in life before you go ahead to chase it. Now it's left to you. I know that starting is actually difficult, or starting is actually feeling so stressful to you, but you actually have to go there, out there, not consuming more content, because consuming more content doesn't guarantee you are going to succeed, but going out there and writing down what do you want, how do you want to get what you want, and you see everything falling into place. Thank you for watching this video. Go do what I just said right now. You don't need to go out there and watch how to be successful. You should go grab a pen and a paper. You should use your iPad, you should use your system, you should use your computer to go figure out and map out your plan on where do you want to go, where do you want to be. See you in my next video. Hope you actually do what I say, and do it today, do it now, don't postpone, because whenever you say you do it tomorrow, you don't actually do it. You know yourself, I'm talking to you. Bye.